Welcome back, everybody. This is Rudy with Alpha Investments, and as you guys can imagine, I get a lot of weird things sent to the store all the time. So I know a lot of people have been asking me to go back to sharing some of these things and these stories, and these weird things that show up. Sorry, this paper is a little messy here, so I'm gonna I'll read it for you guys. Long story short, this is looks like a gentleman in looks like a teenager in middle school here. And pretty much he just says, I know you guys can't read it real well because the envelope was a little messed up. He states he was walking down the road and found an old, tattered, ripped up Black Lotus on the ground. I knew it was a strong card, so I put it in my deck. That's what she said. And at my school every day, I played Magic with my friends, which is really cool. And the police officer played. That's actually pretty cool, actually. When I played against him, and I played the Black Lotus, he got mad and said it was a fake, and the kid got in trouble. But he also said some of my other cards I got from my packs were fake also. So I don't know if the Lotus is real or fake. So there are also some other weird things about the Lotus, like the corners being cut. Could you tell me why, or it's fake? Also, love your channel, thanks. And can you sign some of the cards, the swamps? Yeah. So this kid here, so pretty much, and I signed it. So when you look at something like this, first let's do the common sense thing, everybody. If you're walking around and you find a Black Lotus on the ground, it's probably not going to be real. We need to start with that. Number two, when you see cards that are purposely manipulated and purposely modified, that is usually also a huge red flag. Looking at this particular card, obviously it's nowhere near real. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to anybody. It's just terrible. It's not even close. But you can tell this was an intentional trying to make it from a minty fresh card. Do I have somebody? Hold on. Let me get my counterfeits here. Hang on. Alright, got him. Alright. So here's a stack of some of the videos you guys have seen in the last year or so of all kinds of fake cards. Let's just take out this. So again, this was, you guys remember this video, right? Where this was one that was attempted to be sent to PSA. Because what happens is when cards look too perfect and too shiny, they look even more suspicious than the cards that are purposely taken and just, this is an intentional situation where, yes, somebody cut the corners, somebody did a bunch of creases and wrinkles and everything, looks like stains, it was rubbed on concrete. Now this in the back, this is intentionally where you go like this. You try to do different patterns, you can see the intentional patterns where somebody tried. That's not true authentic wear and tear. So when you look at this kind of thing, see, this is edge wear. See that kind of edge wear with chipped away? That's from going like this. That is not authentic play wear. Now let me give you guys another example here. And you guys remember some of these other ones that were real minty. Remember these other videos we've done? There's another gem mint. The Goblin Guide with the black cores. You guys remember the fake graded case. All this stuff that's fake here. So when you look at the different stuff, now let me grab another card here. And let me show you guys an example of authentic play wear. So this is what it looks like when you try to put fake wear to age the card. The chipping on the edges, the type of scraping is not authentic. So here, look. Alright, so now, well, let's turn around, take out a slap in the face Rudy God book from the Vault Rudy here, and let's jump into a similar artifact. So if you take it, let's go to a beta, I don't know, let's go to a beta artifact. And when you look at it, let's take something that has actual wear. Here, is that a good one? Let's take something that has actual wear. So here's a beta card with actual wear. The actual wear, you don't have the intentional swirls of scraping and edge chipping. You have actual chips and more of a normal movement on the card. If you take some rares, if you look at this, so if you look at this J Monde Doom, so this is actually a very nicely worn card. You see a little bit of dents and things from like fingernails and flicking and stuff like that from someone kind of flicking and hitting things. But look at the type of wear. Look at the move. Look at kind of the wear marks. You know, so when you look at like the different registration of the card, the different types of patterns, there's a huge difference. So when you move that aside and you compare that to our original Lotus, and you look at the type of wear that a real card will exhibit versus a fake card, I mean, and again, this isn't the best example because this is so obvious. If somebody else out there has more of a more realistic version, it'd be a little bit better. But I wanted to give that example. So unfortunately, you know, the young man doing this, unfortunately, yeah, it's a fake. It's just terrible. That's why I don't know why somebody found it on the ground, whatnot. But all right, so I want to jump to one other thing here. I want to jump to this one. This is kind of another interesting one. Now this came in the mail, and also we have this very rare promo Eldritch Moon spoiler card that had showed up that I didn't want to share because it's very risky for the public to be aware of this because it did not make it to the final print sheet. And apparently this is the new unreleased basement troll of the non-human creature type. It even has kind of a little, I know, it even has an adventure mechanic on there. It just, yeah, you know, it is what it is. You get hosed and see what happens. You get total greed, count your money, and I mean, look at that artwork. I don't know what's going on. The mana symbol, apparently it's some unreleased symbol on there, and I don't even know if you can have a -0, so I don't know what's going on there. And of course, K does not represent Magic the Gathering. I'm not sure what's going on there. And the guy has some weird stuff on his face. So we're going to let everybody think about that while we go over this second and final thing. So overall here, let me make sure there's no names on this thing. So the back page has some names, so we're going to just look at the front one here. Overall, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but pretty much this gentleman is, you know, flipping collections and trying to make money and doing that, and is going through some rough times. Past time, divorce allowed me to get back, so he's had some personal things going on. He made a deal, bought some, it looks like last summer, a big collection of cards, 30,000 cards, wow. And pretty much, pause for suspicious Rudy looking suspicious in the YouTube camera. All right, anyways. And anyways, so when you look at this kind of thing, I don't really want to go too much into it, but the point is, in the collection were a handful of beta lands, legends, a small scattering, plus 3 beta time walks and 3 beta ancestral recalls. Very suspicious, hitting the lottery. Yeah, you should be very suspicious. So we went to a couple LGSs, and they believe the cards to be real, and the LGS is over $2,000 per card. $2,000 each. And I said, oh, okay. But I knew I could buy list them better at every major cardboard. But I still had an uneasy feeling because I couldn't, because no experience with beta, got Jeweler's Loop, all this fun stuff, seems to pass. So I shipped them off to you after about 2 weeks. So I always ship them off to a company. After 2 weeks, I got an email calling them counterfeit and saying they will be destroyed. This gentleman went back and forth several weeks and they cited a law claiming them the right to keep the cards and destroy them. No recourse, the best way they do is cut them in half and return them to me. Several phone calls recorded saying they can return on damage and trademark. Here's some copyright stuff. Okay, so long story short, this guy is trying to make money, thought he hit the jackpot, and he got these, what he felt were real, thousands and thousands of dollars of these, I don't know what this is, ancestral recalls and time walks, I guess. Can I piece these things, which goes to which? I guess that's what we're doing here. There's a top. All right, who's the top? Where's the bottom? Who's the top and bottom here? Let's do this. Bottom. Oh, man, I just feel like I'm going to get a million comments of giggities on that now. Okay, so there we go, everybody. I don't know if that's the right card to the right spot, but you kind of get the idea here. So obviously, this person says he was concerned that the cards he lost and they were real cards. So, well, I mean, bad news is these are not real cards. Unfortunately, none of them are even close to being real. They're very nice. They're nice counterfeits, though. But no, these are not real at all. On top of that, can you see the black core paper? You can't really see much of any core paper. It looks like some black core. I don't see blue core. It looks like black core paper there. I mean, that is what it is, everybody. So, that'll make a nice thumbnail. I guess a couple questions people are going to want to know. Number one, is it legal to destroy fake cards? I don't know. Honestly, when people send me fake cards to sign, I won't sign them. Many times I do the same thing. When people send me fake cards, I normally do not return or put them back because usually the people try to get them back in circulation. And I know many times many people are just unaware they're fake, but at the same time, many other people are aware that they are fake and they're going to keep setting them off till they find a buyer. Like you said, if a store was willing to give you $2,000 a card, that store could have lost that store could have lost $12,000. That's a really big deal. That can literally bankrupt the store. So I understand. I get what's going on here. I truly do. Unfortunately, like I said, as far as what marks or registration makes these fully fake, I don't want to get into too many really kind of details, but overall I can tell you the texture, the paper, the black core, the ink, the framing, it's everything really. There's nothing really specific to point out. Everything around them is incorrect. So I don't know really how to answer your question of, so it sounds like you're upset because they actually destroyed the cards, I'm assuming, versus sending them back. But I also, at the same time, I understand that store's position because you sent them with the intent to cash in for large amounts of money. So the intent was there to sell the fake cards. So I see both sides. That's going to be up to both parties. I don't really have an answer of what's the correct thing to do. I understand both sides of the equation there, and I don't know the rules of your area or jurisdiction or legal. I just don't know. You're going to have to talk to someone who knows legal stuff. I don't know that. I'm not an attorney. But I can tell you, I understand why they did that. I understand why you're upset because, you were offered $2,000 a card by other stores who thought they were real, which I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but that's, either way, that's really not good. So I don't know. I'm really curious to see what the comment section knows in this video. And for those of you who actually watched the end of this video, let me know and just say hashtag Rudy's Basement Troll and why does his face have like funny looking worms in the face? And I don't think you can have -0 hashtag slap you lava claw. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. Some weird stuff today. Definitely very fun to watch. Cool little video. It's been a while. And yeah, give me you guys' opinion. You guys have a great day.